And oh my god, okay, so like it is brief. We're gonna keep it brief, but without further ado, let's just get right into it. Okay, like before I even go into the little crazy stuff, I don't know if this cover is supposed to be like all right, so I don't know if the cover is a fan request and we're gonna go back to Yamato's cover story. I feel like we should, because I don't think we got it that it was the finale of the cover story, so maybe it's just a quick fan request or something like that. So it says the Straw Hat Pirates fly on brooms and one single huge dragon wearing student uniforms like the ones from Harry Potter. So yeah, it's got to be a fan request, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, draw the Straw Hats like in a Harry Potter type theme, flying on a dragon or something like that, or from a dragon, but bro, what is going on? Because the Straw Hat crew arrives at what they believe to be a giant village, only to discover that the residents aren't giants at all. They're just regular humans. Okay, hold on. Let's not get it crazy yet. Because at first, you'd be like, oh, okay, so, you got humans that mingle with the giants and, and giants let them chill there and stuff like that. Like, humans actually get along with them. It's not like giants, are like the fishmen to where humans don't like them, they're discriminated against. No. You would think that, right? But then the next line goes, the entire kingdom is revealed to be an illusion, just a toy box set inside a massive room. The giant who created this toy box is known as the sun god. Okay, see, I was gonna point this out in the last chapter when they said something about the sun god, but I didn't want to speak too much about it just in case like it was just something thrown in there or something like that. Like, I don't know, but I did want to speak about it because they said the sun god. So we have a false sun god in Egghead. Could it be Loki, who's just literally like, masking as the sun god, or playing some mischievous thing, having the giants believe he's the sun god? Because sun god is Nika, and obviously the giants believe in the sun god Nika, and Nika the sun god. Like, Dory and Bragi, come on, when they see Luffy, they say he looks just like Nika or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they know he's Nika, they know he's the sun god. So like, is there another half of ELBAF being controlled by Loki, or whoever this false sun god is, that whoever is inside the illusionary kingdom just believes that there's a sun god? Like, what is going on here? To me, it has to be Loki. Loki playing mischievous god, like how the Loki in Thor, takes over the throne after he imprisons, him and Thor's father, and he takes over the throne. Okay, and then he takes over his body too to make it seem like it's him. It has to be Loki, because like, who else would be masking as the sun god? And that means they would have to look exactly like them and illusionate the powers as well for people to really believe this. And then it says the Straw Hat crew smashes through a wall only to find Chopper outside. Hey, Chopper! Chopper is found after what, three chapters or so? Chopper is found. Oh my god. Where the hell was he? Where the hell was Chopper, bruh? Then it says, the sun god enters the room, an enormous giant with a deer skull atop his head, only to find the Straw Hat crew in the middle of their escape attempt. And then like it also says at the end of the chapter, they're riding the giant cat that they beat up in the last chapter as the sun god charges after them. Bro. Alright, so it's like, obviously he don't look like the sun god because of the skull thing, but like, it's not really much I can say. But there is no break next week though. At least there is no break next week. So I mean, first off, I guess he's not really masking the appearance of actual sun god Nika, but he has a deer skull atop his head. Now, if you bear with me real quick, the last time I seen something like a deer skull on top of their head was this guy in the flashback of God Valley, said to be one of the god's knights. He was standing right behind a young Garling. I don't think it's the same person, but it could be possible because the God's Knights are supposed to be powerful to where if they move, Dragon's finally making a move. So they must be powerful if Dragon is only moving when they move. And they were there at God Valley versus Roger versus Rocks. You know what I'm saying? So, and it seems like they survived because Garling's here, you know, and he still got the other silhouettes of them. So could it be one of the, you know, God's Knights who is so strong that he's able to mask as the sun god in ELBAF? Because you got to understand, ELBAF is pretty important. You know, there's got to be some pretty important lore in ELBAF. And so if the government wants to rid of this lore within the story, you know what I'm saying, they might have someone set in ELBAF, you know, to where they have planted a God's Knight within ELBAF. I really personally think it's Loki, but when they said the deer skull atop his head, it just made me think of this man, you know, from the God's Knights, from the God Valley flashback. I don't know. This is sounding crazy because, like I said, I did want to point out the sun god in the other chapter. I thought that was going to be important. And now we get the first brief spoiler of 1128, and that's literally in the spoiler twice, that he's making an illusion of a toy box and he's calling himself the sun god. So not only, like, he's making an illusion of a town within ELBAF, probably separate. Since it is an illusion, people probably on the outside of the illusion can't see that it is an illusion. So it's probably happening without the giants actually knowing. But some of the giants in the last chapter did mention the sun god. So maybe some of the giants are trapped in the illusion too, or, you know what I'm saying? What is this illusion? Because when we seen the ones talking about the rabbit god and the sun god, they were next to the Yggdrasil tree. So, like, is that illusionary too? Is, like, everything have we seen so far besides the Lego castle and stuff an illusion? Because they did say they went to a village where it's just regular humans and it's an illusion. So, like, this is getting a little floppy here. Like, what's an illusion, what's not an illusion? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, bro? What's going on? I don't know. Like, we're gonna have to talk about it in the comments. We're gonna have to talk about it when the full spoilers drop. We're gonna have to talk about it on Twitter. We're gonna have to talk about it when the chapter drops. But I don't know. Let me know what y'all got to say about this, because this is just too fire. Like, subscribe, comment down below. You already know. Deuces.